Life in Review is about reviewing your life's work, not succumbing to living in regrets of the past. The point of Life in Review is to remind you of what you have achieved through determination, persistence, and commitment. At the same time, the intent is also for you to remain vigilant and to guard against allowing yourself to be dragged down the path of regret. There is not a soul alive who has not done something good over their life. The same can be said about regret. No one that has lived to your age has done so without having done something they regret. Don't confuse regret with the previous section on forgiving. Regret is rarely about something you've done, and most often about something you have not. Life in Review in the context of conscious aging compels you to look at what you have done and accomplished. Each and every one of us has done something to be proud of, even if it was a private, personal achievement. These can be as simple as finishing a project to losing weight, from graduating school to getting a job. You don't need some earth-shattering achievement to make you feel fulfilled or satisfied with some portion of the life you have lived. No matter how big or small the accomplishment, you need to remember them in review and remind yourself that you can still achieve more as life continues. The objective of this review is to highlight and jog your memory about the things you've done and how you can use them to develop new and different ideas on what you want to achieve going forward. Some people looking at the review often get caught up in regrets of I should have, I could have, and I would have, or if only. Dwelling on these things can result in a downward spiral that may be difficult to pull yourself out of as you get older. It is important to remind yourself yet again that what is done or not done cannot be resolved by wallowing in self-admonishment or reproach. Now is the time to remind yourself that life is short, and where you are at this moment in your life obliges you to look to the future, only to use the past to help you grow and gain the confidence you once had to achieve those goals as the foundation for doing so again to achieve even more as you age. Resolve to rethink and reinvent yourself with the goal of living well and happier than you would had you not reviewed and remembered all you had achieved in your lifetime. Don't allow unpleasant memories that lasted only a second to live forever in your mind. Even a life in review requires action. If your review of your life has you remembering times when you have been mean or petty, old age will exaggerate these vices. But now is not the time to lament about what you wished you had done different. It is the time to embark upon a plan to be more generous and gracious as you get older. And while the benefits of doing so may not show up until later in life, rest assured they will come. You will also have the opportunity to expand these virtues as you live longer and happier. As the saying goes, you reap what you sow. It is true, but knowing that can also have you no longer tending to bad crops, but planting new seeds. Using the past to improve the future has been around for as long as man has existed, from astrophysicists to astronauts, who look at what they did in the past to help them determine what they need to change to get better at in the future. Getting older, doing so well and happy should have you doing the same. There are no age restrictions on change. If you need to change something, there's no time like the present, and no better age than the age you are now. There's also no truth in the saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Well, maybe real dogs, but you won't know because you're not a dog. People and their brains learn new things every second of every day. So if you find in your review that you were doing things because you didn't know better, well, now is the time to learn to do better. Absence of disease, you can think, converse, enjoy topics. You can read, take a course, visit friends, give to some worthy cause, and even volunteer at a hospital. If you have traveled somewhere less traveled by others, you can share your knowledge at a local school. In doing this, you'll become known as having wisdom and character that only sharing can offer. Like we stated before, as you get older, you need to remind yourself that the pain of remorse is only felt by you. Consider remorse like some pain you may experience when you're getting older. Your choice over that pain is to get annoyed and be nasty of those around you, or to simply be amused and distract yourself with something more interesting. Let's hope you chose the latter, because aging consciously and living your life to the fullest depend on it. As you look at your life in review, remember, you are only doing so to learn lessons from the past that will help you make a better future. It should not be one that allows you to wallow in self-pity. Move on, learn, do better, and be happier.